Hey gang, here we are. It's a year later, can you believe it, that COVID-19 hit, and one of the first things that we did with ourselves and our grandkids was come out to Bendix Woods County Park here in St. Joe County in New Carlisle, and we hiked through the whole area around here. And it's funny because today is almost a year to the date that we came out. Ironically, when we came out for the first time out here, the temperatures were in the lower 50s. Today, it's sunny and 65 degrees. And it's like, let's go late in the afternoon because we had other things to do, and let's check out what's happening, out here and see what it's all about. What's changed, I guess, is what I'm looking at a year later. So that's what we're going to do. We are on an adventure. And for one of the first places I want to go to is where they do the maple syrup here at Bendix Woods. And they make their own syrup. They get the syrup from the trees. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a look at it, see what we come up with, what they're doing. And as always, why don't you come along with the venture for our adventure, won't you? All right, let's go. Okay, gang, what we're looking at is one of the buckets of the many, and I'll show you here in a second, of the sap dripping out of the trees, which is really, really cool to see here. Got to admit. And let me do this for us here. So, with that being said, that is just one. Whoops, there we go. One of the buckets that are out here that, the syrup is actually still dripping from. We go up here, and I'll turn this around and take note. There's more. There, and then if I zoom in a little more, we go around, you'll see some more buckets. So anyway, like I said, that's just some of the things I wanted you guys to see. And I'm not sure when maple sugar days are taking place. I'll have to look it up and put the information here. I would assume that either it's happened or it's coming up very quickly, since we are coming to the end of the month of March right now here at Bendix Woods. But I, for one, have never been here when they've done it. As a matter of fact, this is the first time I've been able to see the buckets, like this one right here, working with the sap, dripping. So I think that's pretty cool that I got to see that. So we're making our way down to the maple house, and let's take a look what they've got down there. If there's anything actually going. I know nothing's happening right now. Park is going to be closing in about an hour, but still to see some of this. And if I find the dates when this is going to happen on sugar days, by golly, we're going to have to make our way down here. So let's check it out, shall we? Come on, let's go. One of the things that I noticed as we're walking away from, let me get over here, from the sugar house, which is behind me, and this is where they make the syrup. The other thing I noticed is they've got some wood, obviously, fire, set the fire and boil the syrup and everything, or the sap. Over here, if you notice, I'm looking at the fire ring here, and then all of this right here, that is where they'll hang a pot and let it boil there too. What I've got to find out is, what's in the pot? Is it the sap? Is it more syrup? How does it work? We're going to find out. I'm going to keep going on this. But anyway, just wanted to show you what I located here. Hey gang, welcome back. All right, so I got some information here. Grayson and I, my grandson, there's Grayson's. Grayson says there's what out here?
Coyotes.
Coyotes out here, okay.
They like to be a lot sneaky.
It's very sneaky. That's why, sorry guys, that's why Grayson's been camouflaging himself. All right, so for the maple sugar tree and things going on out here for maple syrup, unfortunately, Bendix Woods, as I look it up here, sugar camp days are not going to happen this year in 2021. However, coming up on Saturday, March 27th and Sunday, March 28th, the Bendix Woods at the Glenbauer Shelter You can walk. There's a walking tour through Bendix Woods Sugar Bush and to see traditional Native American and pioneer sugar making methods and at the sugar house. It's $10 for a group up to 6 people, and the sign up time slot between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. either day. So that's what they've got. If you want more information, you could call if you want 574-654-3155, and you can purchase maple syrup here also. So something to think about, but that's the information I found out. All right, as Grayson would say, let's keep going. You know, I'm out here walking on Bendix Wood, or in Bendix Woods with everybody, and I'm thinking to myself, you know, did I ever tell you guys where it was and how to get here and things like that? And I don't think so. So let me help you out. If you're ever in Northwest Indiana, first of all, Bendix Woods is located just off of US 20 in New Carlisle on Timothy Road South, just south of US 20. And one of the biggest things for Bendix Woods, and by the way, the hours do depend on the season. For example, right now, like I said, it's March 21st of 2021, and they are open until 7 p.m. Eastern time. So the longer the day, the longer the hours are usually at the parks. Also, Bendix Woods offers 195 acres of wooded trails, ponds, and even fields. It's a great place to bring the family out. Right now I'm sitting, even though it's in front of me, at a park, a little playground area for the kids. So to give you an idea of what's around me. It's a 27-acre state dedicated nature preserve. The pine trees out here, and it's tough to show you. On our previous videos, we showed it and gave you an idea, but the pine trees that were planted back in the 1930s. Studebaker was huge in South Bend, obviously, back in the day. And so what the folks at Studebaker did is that they went ahead, with the permission of the park and everything, to plant pine trees that spell Studebaker. And they grow here, and they replace the trees because, for example, when we were just walking through there this past winter, we had a huge ice storm, and it really tore the pine trees up around here. However, if you're flying above, if you're coming into South Bend International Airport, for example, and you fly above or you're leaving, you will actually see the word Studebaker from the air, okay, from these pine trees. And it is listed in the Guinness Book of Records and the National Historic Register because of that, which is really, really cool. I've only seen it through Google Maps. You can Google it as well, but you will see the word Studebaker spelled out here. And there's an actual trail that you walk through, and they'll tell you each letter. And when you look at the trees, the way they are, like the letter T, you'll see it, the letter U. You can tell it when you walk through. So it's a really, really cool thing to see if you wanted to check out some of the unique features here at Bendix Woods. They do have hiking. They've got some picnic sites around here, which is cool. They offer mountain biking. They have a 6.5-mile mountain bike trail here at Bendix Woods. They have the Children's Discovery Room. In the fall, they offer hay rides throughout. As I said, they got playground equipment and the big sledding hill, which we showed that earlier as well. Now, some of the educational programs for people, whether it be in school or anything like you and I, for example. Of course, they've got the, for example, the story time. They've got the maple syrup thing, which is really cool as well. So just a couple of things. You can visit their website if you guys want at sjcparks.org. That's sjcparks.org for more information on not only Bendix Woods, but for also the other county parks here in St. Joe County, Indiana. So check it out. It is really, really cool. And being a beautiful day today, no reason not to get out and enjoy this. That I can promise you. So hope to see you out here. You know, as I sit here and listen to the kids, you know, laugh and play and run around and everything, I'm thinking that's pretty cool. But how many times have you, I know me, But how many times have you actually just sat and listened to the sounds of nature and the sounds that surround you? And there's a song there somewhere. The birds are out, which, have missed tremendously with the winter months, and being a beautiful day. They're out and they're singing right now, and got the kids and playing and laughing over to my left here. People have been walking behind me and hitting the trails, and as I look out in front of me, the grass is getting greener, which is great. There's no snow to be found, and it'll be great when all the trees around here start getting leaves, growing new leaves, and getting ready for the summer months. But like I said, as I just sit here, how often do we actually just sit and listen to the sounds? I don't know how much you can hear from the microphone that I've got here because of the wind. I've got the windsock on it, but I just think it's pretty cool. So just checking it out. Okay, think about that, and next time you're out and about, okay?
Papa, Mom, can you drive us over there at that corner? I saw something move over there.
If you liked this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Also, if you want to join us on our next adventure, let's go!